because how they know that we're a Nightingale girl, and also because it's a symbol of Nightingale. It's something that Nightingale wants girls to be.
What happens to someone who doesn't wear the right uniform?
If they break the rules, which they shouldn't do, I think they should be sent home. No, they'll be suspended. No, they'd be suspended, even in kindergarten. What does that mean?
Is that fair?
Suspended means that you're kicked out of school and you can't come to it anymore. That's expelled.
My teachers, for some reason, just think I'm like a little devil, and I'm not. I'm such a good kid. I'm such a nice person. Can't even tell you. And my teachers like just, for some reason, I have these problems with authority. I don't know why. I guess it's just like me wanting to be. I just hate like having to listen to people when you know that you're right and they're wrong. But again, that's something that you're going to have to do in the real world. You have to know your...
Everybody probably has problems with authority. I mean, nobody wants to admit that they're wrong, or no one wants to listen to somebody else saying...
I have no problem admitting I'm wrong. You don't understand. A big change from when I was 7 is that I can take criticism, I can admit when I'm wrong. Fine, but like when I'm right, I'm not going to let teachers, I'm not going to let grown-ups tell me that I'm wrong and put me in my place, because... whatever. Anyway, I'm still in the process of learning how to deal with authority.
Lucy's in her first year at Lawrenceville, a boarding school just outside of Princeton, New Jersey.
It's co-ed, and it's no uniform, and I love it. It's great. I think it's even more exclusive than private schools. As much as I love my home and my parents, I love the freedom and being like independent at boarding school.
At 7, Alexis walked to school from her apartment on Park Avenue. Now she goes to Chapin, one of New York's oldest and most competitive girls' schools.
Chapin just puts immense pressure on you to, do well. I mean, even like friends competed with friends, like, oh, what'd you get on that test? You'll be like, oh, I got, B plus or whatever, and they're like, oh, well, I got an A, and ha ha ha.
People do that at your school?
Oh yeah, and like,
See, I can never
it's just so annoying because there's just so much like academic competitiveness to be the best.
Why do you want to be rich when you grow older? I want to be rich because then I never run out of money. And I also want to be rich because that's one of the things in my life that I always like to be. I like to be rich. I have a feeling. It's not right. Alexis, rich doesn't just mean that you have a lot of money. Did you know that? Rich also means very fortunate.
When I went to school like Nightingale, most of the parents, like, they're so, well, not so much in 3rd grade when I left, but like right now, like in the kind of schools they're so driven, they care so much, the kids care that they get into these great schools, and you start like losing like what really does that really matter in your life? Are you going to look back and think, oh well, my life would have been so much more enriched if I'd went to Yale or Harvard? Is that really the purpose to succeed and be the top? Is that really what's important?
I didn't do like half the question.
Recently, Kate moved to a bedroom community just 35 minutes outside of Manhattan.
I go to public high school, and it's different from Nightingale, from private all-girls uniform school. It's probably not as good academically, but I like the atmosphere a lot more. I really am glad that I got a chance to grow up in the city, because I feel like it's opened up my eyes to the world more because of its diversity, both racially and economically, seeing all the different people and neighborhoods and everything. It's made me a more aware person.
7 years ago, Lewis was living with his mother and 6 siblings in a homeless shelter on Manhattan's Lower East Side.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
In Milwaukee, because it's quiet there. There's only one cop, because there's only one cop in that place.
Which do you like better, living here or in New York?
New York.
Why?
It's it's my kind of place, you know. Thought Milwaukee was better, but I thought wrong, you know. Milwaukee's dangerous. You have to watch how you look at people. Over here, it's like, who do you think you're looking at, you know? Over here, you have to maintain a certain reputation. You can't be the quiet little kid because they'll mess with you, and you can't be the big-time star because there'll always be people who want to fight you.
What would your reputation be?
Like if you want to find something out, you go ask Louis. You know, it's like, is Max still with Martha, and you know, stuff like that, you know, or so who won the fight, and you know, who started it, you know, like where was it, you know. So it's like my reputation would be like the funny guy, you know, the messenger, kind of like, you know, Hermes, you know, the messenger of the gods, something like that, you know.
What about your real father? The father that was with your
He
mother
lives
when you were born?
someplace else. I don't know. He moved from the first place that I know he lived. I wanted to go to his house, but my mother told me that I can't go there because since I don't have to go there if he doesn't come here. So, that's it.
How long ago was that?
How long? When I was a little baby, when I was 5.
So he doesn't live at home with you anymore?
They broke up.
My mom took me, my brother, my sister to live with my father, because, you know, we're his kids. When I was with my father, everything was all cool, till we had problems, you know. My father, like, got a little crazy sometimes, you know, he drank, you know, so we had to, I told my mother what he had, you know, done before, and we went to a foster care, and we stayed there for another 2 years.
Louis and his siblings were put into foster care when his mother entered a drug treatment program. When it was completed, she and the children came to Milwaukee to be near her extended family. They're still living on public assistance.
My other brother and sister were in foster care, so my mama had no kids. And she worked hard for 2 years while we were in foster care. Pacheco, donut? Which one you want? Brown or white?
Brown.
Okay. Brown, you took the white one. Emily! She got a diploma for completing her rehabilitation. She got us back, she won us back, and now we're living with her, so everything turned out good. Which one you want? It's gonna be good. I know that for a fact. It was hard before, it got better. It's hard now, it's gonna get better. So I'm just looking forward for the better part, you know?
Seven years ago, we met Eric in a suburb of Chicago, Illinois.
And I don't have a brother or sister besides my dog. So I'm alone. Sometimes when I used to not have any friends or he didn't want to play with me, my only friend didn't. I just said, I wish I had a brother.
Eric and his parents have just returned from a 2-year stay in Hong Kong.
It was a great experience. Made a lot of friends. It was multicultural, it was multilingual. I think I became more independent, more sure of myself. I feel more mature, probably because I've had these extraneous experiences that a lot of people haven't had, which I can understand completely. But yeah, I tend to associate with older kids now because I feel I fit in with them better. I started a web design firm on the internet in Hong Kong. We've been successful with it. I have a wonderful staff of designers.
How many people on your staff?
About 10. I've got a post in Hong Kong and Chicago, so 2 offices. which allows us to reach more of an international market. Do home pages in Chinese, English, French, Spanish, whatever. We have the capabilities and do that routinely. Just as somebody might be a good, golfer, a good football player, whatever. I guess I'm a good CEO.
He ran for student council and he got picked. He ran for student council, he got picked. I ran for student council and I got picked.
Yeah,
And everybody follows us. It's like because they always want to play with us.
About 40 minutes from Eric's house, in the city of Chicago, we met Douglas, Vicky, and Mike. Last year, all three graduated from the neighborhood parochial school, where they've been friends since kindergarten.
Are there robberies in your neighborhood?
Yeah, my snowblower got stolen, but the robber couldn't carry it. The police got it back.
Yeah, it's still like a relatively decent neighborhood, it's not bad, but I mean, it's a lot worse than it was before.
Definitely. I mean, when I was like littler, when I was walking down the street, I was fine, but I mean, now it's like I gotta be careful. I gotta watch my back, see if I still got my wallet and all that. Look around for people if they look suspicious or anything like that.
I might have really don't want to have kids when I grow up.
Any reasons?
No.
Do you look forward to growing up and being an adult?
Sometimes. Sometimes I think it's so hard being a kid. I might just wish I'm a grown up.
Oh, we're threshold of pain.
Me and Doug like heavy metal. Because, we think like all the other kinds of music, it just doesn't take enough talent. But the heavy metal guys, they got all the talent,
Some kids that I know, they're like, oh, that's stupid. They don't sing about they just sing about war and death and stuff. Well, you actually got to look at the lyrics and see what they're really singing about. You just can't say, oh, he's singing about war because he's singing in a lower, screamy voice. I think heavy metal is underrated.
The people who play alternative, they couldn't play most of them. They couldn't play what the metal guys were playing, but the metal guys could play what the alternative guys are playing in their sleep. It's a lot more talent is required.
I don't know if a lot more talent is required for a lot of yelling. I was on the freshman volleyball team, and now it's the winter season, so I'm on the basketball team. I also play club volleyball throughout the season, and then I want to try out for the softball team. Being a part of sports, I've learned to become a better leader. I've learned how to control myself. I've learned how if I get mad, I've learned to control it because I don't want to take it out on my teammates. I'd rather play harder. I try to work really hard, and that helps me out in regular life because when I play sports, I work really hard. So that it shows that I'm a hard worker.
Do any of you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend?
No, I used to.
Uh-huh. Have you ever kissed a girl, Douglas?
Yes. Once.
Have you ever?
She kissed me twice.
Did you like it?
At the time, yes.
Anyone got a boyfriend?
I'm single.
No, I don't have a boyfriend.
I'll have to agree with Mike. No boyfriends for me.
Anyone have a girlfriend?
No, I do.
So, Doug, have you kissed this girl yet, your new girlfriend?
Yes, I have.
And that's working out okay?
Yes, I suppose. Yes.
These apartments on Chicago's South Side are about 5 miles from the neighborhood where Douglas, Vicky, and Mike live. They're part of the Robert Taylor Homes, one of the nation's largest and most notorious public housing projects. A failed experiment from the late 1950s, buildings like these are slated to be torn down. This is where we first met Leroy.
How come you have to ride your bike up here on the porch?
So nobody won't take it from you.
Well, what happens if you ride your bike down below in the park?
They gonna push me off of it and take it.
Kenesha, who went to elementary school with Leroy, lived at the other end of the same projects.
Do you feel safe in the neighborhood you live in?
I feel safe if they are shooting. I don't think about it unless they point the gun, then I run in the house. When they shooting, know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna roll down the stairs.
Have you ever seen people shoot guns?
Yeah, they be sitting under our building. Then sometimes they shoot out that wild boy owl. They aim, then they said, boo! His eye was laying on the floor. I saw it downstairs when I was going to school.
Why did you move out of the Robert Taylor home?
'Cause we were ready to move, and we didn't want to stay there no more because my mother and her mother, my grandmother was there for 33 years, and my mom was there for 32 years, and I was there for 14 years, so we had kind of got tired of the environment. We just wanted to get away from the people. Thankful for our food. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for the food. Amen. I don't be involved with the people I used to be involved with.
Although Kenesha and her family have moved out of the projects, her new home is only a few blocks away.
What do you like about where you're at now?
It's quiet. I just have to watch it in the morning when I'm going to school by myself.
In an effort to distance herself even further from the projects, Kenesha commutes to a public high school 45 minutes from home.
Is it still dangerous to go down on the playground, to go out there these days?
There's more members in the gang now, I guess.
What happens if you're out there?
You might get caught up in the crossfire or something.
Were you worried about getting shot?
Cause I wanna go down there. They can't shoot me while I'm in my house. Yeah, this bomb be coming in with that many Mac 10 niggas don't want no static with this G from the VC. Smoking on that sticky that we got from the 50. Got my niggas with me. I was young, I used to like rap, but I ain't never used to do my own rap. And I started getting into my own stuff. Letting you have it, they don't want no static, cause they knew what we had was something that was gonna kill they ass. Niggas won't want no static with these G's.
We first met Ashton 7 years ago in the Midwestern town of Lincoln, Nebraska.
What kind of house would you like to live in when you grow up?
One that I live in right now. Something like the one that I live in right now. I like my backyard because it's a big backyard. And I have a lot of friends around here.
I swim for my high school. I played football earlier. I'm in a swing choir for school, and I'm in another choir outside of school. I do stuff for the community.
You think it's important to do things for your community?
Yeah, that's
kind of know what Lincoln is pretty well known for. We help each other out a lot. Big cities don't really thrill me all that much.
What don't you like about big cities?
Oh, there's just like so many people, and it's really hard just to get to know anybody. And so a lot of the people aren't as gracious as they would be in other places.
Is it important to be rich?
No, sir.
Would you like to be rich when you grow up?
Yeah, but money isn't everything in the world.
It really don't matter as long as I have what I need. I mean, because for all I care, I could live out in somewhere in the woods and just kill all my food. I mean, it don't matter to me as long as I have somewhere to live.
Joey lives in the rural South, in a small town about an hour from Macon, Georgia.
I don't like being crowded and in the city. It ain't like you can go out in your backyard and shoot a gun or anything like that. But out in the country, you can go do whatever you want to, whenever you want to. You get kind of a rush whenever you kill a deer, whenever it walks out and stuff. It's just fun. I don't know. Being able to kill your own food, I guess.
There isn't pretty things like flowers and stuff in the city, and there's lots of them in the country. And there isn't no ponds, which I like to fish.
How about traveling? Are you interested in traveling anywhere when you get older?
Not really. I just stay around here. No, I just that's for other people to do. They can do it. I mean, I'm just going to stay around here. Do what I've always done.
A few miles down the road from Joey lives Edie, in the same community her family has been in for generations.
Since I found my jump rope, play sometimes with my little brother, and I play in the water, and I ride my bicycle, and I go to my grandma's house.
Do you think you'll stay in the country for the rest of your life?
I don't think so, but I hope so.
I've had a lot of changes. I've had a few losses in the family. My uncle died, my grandmother, a few great uncles, and my grandmother has Alzheimer's now.
Please, come on, just drink it. Please drink, baby.
So
Thank you.
a lot has changed, had a big impact on me.
See, this what you get for drinking it.
I have one. Well, that's all right. I'll accept that.
You have to cherish the moment, really. Being here with them is just like, like right now, something could be happening. You just have to, every single minute, you have to cherish.
In Los Angeles, we met Michael, Selena,
You okay?
and Julio. Julio's family immigrated to Los Angeles from El Salvador when he was a baby.
Is it better to speak English or Spanish in America?
¿Es mejor hablar en inglés o en español aquí en español? Porque aquí toda la gente casi no habla inglés.
Do you feel like at this point in your life, at 14, you're a part of America?
Well, no, cause you never forget where you come from, and you always have at least a little bit of you when you came from. And just because you were born here or just raised there doesn't make you different from other people that were born in other countries.
This is a queen. This is a queen.
What's the hardest thing about not speaking English?
Sí, cuando no hablas en inglés. Aprender.
That's right.
My family kept on telling me, do well in school, so then you'll be successful and have a good job. And have a steady job, not a hard job.
Julio was accepted to a public high school that prepares its students for careers in medicine. Once a week, he and his classmates volunteer at Los Angeles County Hospital.
Where does she walk to during the day?
¿Dónde camina durante el
Aquí al
día?
teléfono.
Just here to the phone and back.
Does she have pain in her heel or anywhere?
Algo la
Do you think you're going to go to college?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what colleges you might apply to?
Stanford and Harvard.
Michael, the great-grandson of Japanese immigrants, lives in a beachside community in West Los Angeles.
I want to see the world, Alaska, South Pole, North Pole, Africa, China, Tokyo. I want to meet new people, and I want to talk Japanese. Most of my relatives are Japanese, and I want to talk to them like the way they talk. And I mostly go to sushi a lot, and I want to talk to the sushi chefs.
I think it'd be really unique to have to own a restaurant and say it's yours, and then have people come into it and have it be really popular. I think that'd be really cool.
It was, I don't know. It was a lot of.
Michael attends a small private school known for its academics.
Like that, you know? But I don't know. It was cool. I know.
I play an after-school sport plus an out-of-school sport, and then there's parties to go to and like friends to hang out with, and like, you know what I mean? You just like, aside from you have to do all your homework and like schoolwork and everything, and you have to play your sports, but like even more importantly than that, you have to like keep up a good relationship with your friends and stuff, you know? So that's what's real tough about the school. You don't really get that much time. Like honestly, the stuff we're learning in history right now, like everybody says when you grow up you need it and stuff, but like I really don't need to have knowledge on ancient Mesopotamia when I grow up and when I'm dealing with other people and stuff like that, you know? And I don't have to read like this Antigone that I'm reading right now in English. It's a good play, and it's not really helping me through life.
What do you do on the weekend?
Watch TV all the time, every day.
Who do you play with the most?
Nobody.
Why not?
Oh no. I keep playing by myself, that's why.
Do you prefer to play by yourself?
I'm always by myself. My parents work all the time, so.
And how is that being all by yourself at home a lot for you?
I think it's better, I guess. I feel better without my parents around, because a little privacy, you know. And it's good to know they trust me by myself all the time. So.
Selena is the daughter of Chinese and Vietnamese immigrants. 7 years ago, she lived with her parents and grandparents in East Los Angeles.
Do you think it's better to live in China or to live in America?
America.
Why?
I like it a lot, but I was born in America.
Selena's family left Los Angeles for the quiet of a small town in the Pacific Northwest. How do you feel about moving up here?
It is really boring. I like LA because there's more things to do, and my friends are there, you know, so I go out more, but over here it's more of everyone settled down, and there's nowhere to be and nowhere to go. It's always the same thing. It's like there's just totally nothing to do.
Joey, can you think of a phrase to go with the word corner?
Bad boy in a corner.
Okay. B-A.
School is one experience shared by all the kids.
Bad.
Now they've just started high school, the last stop before college or a job.
We're going to review again our wants and needs in social studies. All right, Kanisha, complete the first sentence. Needs are things what?
That we must have to live.
All right, class, complete the sentence. Wants are things.
We would like to have, but we can live without them.
Why is it important to go to school?
So you can learn. And you can know what you're doing and get you an education, get you a job.